UK Special Forces are renowned as some of the finest fighting force in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, impartially, looking at things objectively as you can, how does the UK Air Force compare to the US Air Force, other than the cheese?
Yeah, we're good. We are good. The Brits are good at everything they do, which is why we're half the whole, and I mean that across the board of everything before I get into the specifics of the Air Force. That's why the country's half the size of California and everyone in the world knows who we are. That's why we still go to the top tables and we make big decisions and people listen to us. But we're good at what we do, and we're very good at what we do with what we have. And so the United States, their equipment is unreal. It's like next level. It's just amazing. Their training system is also very, very good, and their output's very, very good. But they have like thousands, tens of thousands, of when you talk about pilots, aircraft, all the rest of it. We're talking our whole Air Force is now less than 40,000. You could fit the whole of the Royal Air Force into most stadiums or Premiership stadiums in the UK, or Premier League stadiums, I should say. So we're not big. So with that obviously comes impact, but with what we got, we're very good. We are very good. And that's been developed and designed right back from, the days of, 1918 when it first started, the Royal Air Force, but mainly kind of made its name in World War II. We talk about the Battle of Britain and the spirit of the fighter pilots, but also we saw the Lancasters going over those raids. That's really instilled like a huge pride in the service. And most men and women who join don't normally join by accident. They kind of join, hopefully with the stories I talked about, they're inspired. They want to do this job. It's something that they've got this burning thing inside of them to be a part of the Royal Air Force. And everyone will have different stories, especially when you get to the end of fighter pilot training. You look back to the editions of, you get posted, you get sent to squadrons, and these squadrons fought in the Battle of Britain. So you have a direct linearship to these guys who saved our country in World War II. And that instills a massive passion within you, which instills a culture of wanting to be the best that you can be. And the Brits are good. We're very good at low flying. It's one of our specialities. So flying low down, low in the terrain. We've got some fantastic terrain in Wales, the north of the UK, and in Scotland to practice in. Some of the best in the world. Other air forces from around the world deploy to the UK to practice. So, we just fly around our back garden essentially, and we're getting exposed to some of the best training airspace in the world. And why is it good to fly low? Well, actually, warfare has kind of changed, but it used to be that you used to fly lower than the radar, so they couldn't see you coming. Pop up, deliver your weapons, dive back to low level and run away again. And so we became very good at that. And that's where our low-level pilots and our kind of low-level strike pilots got very, very good. And then, we spent a lot of time in the 70s, 80s, with the Cold War being a massive threat and thinking we could be invaded. So our fighter pilots got very good because they constantly thought there was a chance that they were going to war. Our country, especially our military, lived that Cold War. Might have been cold in terms of action, but it was very much hot in the tactics and the mindset of the Air Force. You could go at any moment. And so the guys had that sense of we're going to fight for our country here. And we joined the squadrons that you guys were on. So that's kind of the mindset of these places. And I think, a lot of it is culture, and a lot of it is, from that, a lot of it came from an exceptional training program. I would say we've got the oldest military flying training school in the entire world. So with that comes experience. And even though it's got smaller and smaller, it still has maintained incredibly high standards. So the output's high. I would say we're good. We're tasty. We definitely hold our own as a war fighting unit. That is for sure. Some of the guys I've flown with, some of them are the best fighter pilots in the world by a mile. When you go toe to toe with the Americans, but they've got a higher percentage of very good pilots.